Alright guys, I know it's been a while, but I am going to talk about the newest the story trailer. So let's take a look.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning.
Alright, so this scene right here with the text, Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. This signifies that what we hear in this trailer is going to be from the mouth of one of Mikula's followers, recounting the story that Mikula told them about the beginning. So this trailer is going to be Mikula's point of view as to what happened. And this image here of a bangled arm, no doubt Marika's arm, as the bangles she wears are identical in every single way to this bangle here. Looks like she's reaching into a sack. And the edge is sewn. You can see that it is perforated right here. It looks to be sewn. And she's certainly reaching inside, searching around for something. And then when she finds it, she takes it away. And it looks like this, at first I thought it was some sort of mucus, and these were just the mucus trails, but it certainly now looks like it's a golden string that she's pulling out of here. So whatever it was inside that she was reaching for, if this was the belly or a sack or wherever it's hidden, she's pulling away something golden enclosed in her fist.
Betrayal.
And then these steps that she's walking up, I'm not sure if this is the result of her actions or if this is normal for where she is, but it's gory. It's gory, kind of her just stepping right over it indiscriminately, not really caring, is telling that that's on par with Marika. Now here we have, let's get a clear shot. It looks to be the same golden string that was pulled out of the sack. And I'm wondering if whatever it is in her hand was the key for it. She needed to do away with this or obtain it in order to get to this point where she's holding these strings. And the body looks to be shirtless, but Marika is also wearing a strapless halter dress with an exposed back, so it certainly could be. Again, the bangle, the bracelets, there's a little braid here at one point. I think that just is evocative of Marika, so I think we can say without doubt this is Marika.
And
so this shape right here, this mountain of corpses, you can see just bodies and bodies and bodies. This doorway, to me, reminded me of the Erdtree, the opening of the Erdtree with the thorns at the base of it. This just had the same imagery to me of the split trunk, where you can see that the brown trunk growing under the gold bark. And I'm wondering if this might be the crucible in some way, because we know at one time all life was blended together in the primordial crucible. And to me, this very literally looks like life being blended together. It's not a pretty image, but the crucible may not be either. And of course it's red, so that's what it evoked to me. I thought it was somehow crucible related. We know that there is a big crucible element to the Land of Shadow, as you see many crucible aspects in the trailer, especially the first one, the horns, breath, tail, wings. You see all the aspects of the crucible. You see the creatures that have all of these aspects. And so Marika's standing in front of the crucible, this ancient form of the Erdtree, trying to maybe hide it or close it shut, cloak it from view, aligns with her persecution of crucible-touched beings, ones that possibly were not meant to live outside the lands between. Maybe they escaped to where they shouldn't have been able to go in the lands between. All right, so this story so far is that there was a seduction and a betrayal, which led to the birth of Golden Shadow. So maybe America seduced someone in the capacity of an affair. She betrayed them once she obtained what she wanted, and as a result, Gold and Shadow were born. I mean, America betraying her allies is extremely on par for what she does, so I can absolutely see her as the subject of this line right here, the seduction and the betrayal. Yeah, this fits in line with what America does. And very interestingly, Gold is capitalized. I'm just using the closed captions here. Gold is capitalized and Shadow is also capitalized. So we now have Gold and Shadow. And because of this, it makes me think that these are references to individuals. This could be like a Man in the Iron Mask type setup, where to avoid conflict of rulership between two royal twins, one of them is sent to live in the country and one of them is set on track to become the ruler. Golden Shadow could be a reference to Mikola and Mesmer. And maybe this is a reversal of the biblical story. America, Eve, seduces the serpent and comes to be with child as a result. And actually the idea of a reversed Eve would fit America so well, because mother to all children, she forms Radigan, Adam, from her own body. So I'm kind of liking this idea that America seduced this serpent god for her own gain. But as a result, Mikola and Mesmer are born, which would line them up as siblings name-wise because of the naming convention. And Mesmer certainly looks like he could be related to Melania as well with the red hair. That was actually something I noticed when the first trailer dropped, was that he stands like a clean wrought knight. He's got the same exact posture. So Mesmer could be a triplet who inherited all of the Snake Dad's qualities. So let's say this was the case, that America had an affair with a serpent god, and in order to hide her affair, she told Radigan to leave his wife and return to the capital as a cover for the resulting pregnancy. And maybe it was a Sophie's Choice type situation where she had to sacrifice one child in order to save the others. Alternatively, this birth of Golden Shadow might possibly be referring to America and her twin. America being the gold born of this affair might line up with the line on the website about the land of shadow being where the goddess America first set foot. And maybe this first set foot is very literally first setting foot, as in her birth. Bandai Namco released this image a couple days ago, which now makes me wonder if this is the shadow referred to here. Like maybe this is America's shadow twin. Maybe she's the mother to Mesmer. Well, I love the idea of America being a twin. I'm not sure it really would vibe with the DLC. It really seems like they're focusing on Mikola. So I'm just going to stick with my first theory that America is the seducer here and the mother to triplets, one of whom was told to stay behind. So after Gold and Shadow are born, what followed was a war unseen.
What followed was a war unseen.
And one that could never be put to song, a purge without grace or honor, the tyranny of Mesmer's flame. And while it's described as an unseen war, I think that this just might refer to Mikola's point of view. Again, he heard about this war, but he never actually saw this war because it happened in the land of shadow. And this was just a war so terrible without any kind of glory that it would be dishonorable to even revere it in any way. And I think that's what it's talking about when they say a war, a purge without grace or honor, and one that can never be put to song. And we see here again these giant Wicker Man machines, and we know from an interview with Miyazaki that these are really gruesome weapons of war used in the land of shadow, and that the kindling inside are bodies. So I think that would align with the whole war unseen, and it looks like these are Mesmer's troops. I mean, they're marching alongside this Wicker Man, so this is clearly a siege on the city. And on this individual right here, on the helm, it looks to be branches, possibly the crucible. I know there's a roaring fire going on and it might impact the color, but this part looks red gold compared to the iron helm. It looks significantly, and I don't know if that's the roar of the flame, but you can kind of see it looks, well, I'm not sure if this guy is with them. No, I guess it is the same, but it just looks to be, red gold, the glare of it. And of course, this color is associated with the crucible. It looks like the same gold on the crucible armor set. And the branches here even kind of look like the same branches on the crucible, but that doesn't really make sense considering Mesmer appears to be anti-crucible. Now this shot of these soldiers marching up here, this staircase, made me wonder if it was the same staircase America walking up here, kind of just supposed to be. It's hard to tell with all the guts, but made me wonder. This figure also looks the same. If you see, it has the same draped cloths as seen floating around here. The skirted slit dress of that individual kind of looks the same. This at least looks royal. You have like the gold trim. So I'm wondering if this defeated figure right here is royalty. Now this city that's on fire is the same city, I'm pretty sure, that we see in the first trailer, I think. Because it very much doesn't look destroyed in the trailer, but in this scene, it is very much gone. It is in the process of being annihilated. And Mesmer is also seen controlling a vast number of flying fire serpents. Here you can see, it looks like a snake. I can kind of see its body trailing off. Here's another one over here. There's one right there. So here's one. So yeah, I'm not sure, but they kind of look like fire snakes.
The tyranny of Mesmer's flame.
So this final line about the war states that it involves the tyranny of Mesmer's flame, which, yeah, lines up with him, this shot here, and his siege on the city. Now, the February trailer has a different narrator who says that the Erdtree faithful were on the losing side of a war. And I'm wondering if it's possibly the same war that we see here, this unseen war that our new narrator is speaking of. I'm so happy my line dancer is back because I actually did a whole video on this guy. If you want to see more about the inspiration of this line dance boss, you can very clearly, more so than you could in the trailer, in the first trailer, I think, his eyes are dead. At first I thought they were maybe mirrors or glass, but no, those definitely appear to be dead. And you can see here, the hands holding him. I'm not going to get too much into it because I have another video, but yeah, you can see how the horns are crucible touched lion beast. And there we go, Mesmer's flame. And here I thought was really interesting, these impaled lions, and you can see they have all the horns. The face right here is also the same face on the lion statues in the first trailer, and it even seemed like this figure right here, you can't see really, it's blurry, but it looks like the same the face as the lion dance boss. So this makes me think, and here you see a body with horns as well. And so Mesmer clearly, like his mother, is anti-crucible because he is impaling these crucible beings. I'm now reconsidering that the lion dance boss, they aren't using his skin as a point of honor, as in homage. They're using it as mockery. They skinned this great Omen king, and now they're using his skin as a point of mockery. That I can kind of see that. So, can crucible beings just not catch a break at all? Because this image of them being impaled here, and this just the skinned coat of the lion boss just makes me think they are going to be purged here as well. But that does align with Marika, doesn't it? I think she parked her snake baby here and told it to get rid of all the crucible things because they're ugly and I don't like them. I can see her being petty like that. And this new character that they released in the image is clearly crucible touched with all of the horns. It could be related to Marika in some way. This could be Marika's mother for all we know. It could be her twin. Who knows? But all of the creatures in the DLC that you see are crucible touched and omen related. It just makes me think that the crucible is going to be a big part of the DLC. And then this city skyline disintegrating upwards is really interesting because it is actually rising, isn't it? It's rising towards the Erdtree. This looks like golden threads of the Erdtree. Or, not of the Erdtree. Golden threads being threaded through the tree. Right here kind of looks like the trunk was... it was attempting to grow back around if this was a gash or an injury to the tree. I also thought it was interesting how it sort of seems like there are golden roots, very, very faint golden roots growing from the bottom of it. And they look different here, so could be an upside down version of it. But this makes me wonder even more if this is supposed to be the crucible tree, because the crucible is called the primordial form of the Erdtree, the ancient form of the Erdtree. And I think it would just make a lot of sense if we finally get to see the crucible tree in the DLC. So this symbol is absolutely going to be the new sites of grace, because we see them a few times in this trailer. We saw them in the last trailer. It would make sense. So maybe there is no sites of grace in here, but yeah, see, they're like in every location. I think it's supposed to be Mikla's call sign.
His blinding strength.
And this right here, this figure walking away from this gold beam after the text, the dialogue just says, kindly Mikla abandon everything, his goldly flesh, his blinding strength. Mikla, right here, still obscured. But this figure aligns with the one that we saw in that first Shadow of the Erdtree DLC image. Now this is what I was really excited for, because this is 100% Saint Trina. Has to be. The purple, the gown, the lily petals, again with this beam of light. And we know that Saint Trina vanished around the same time Mikla did. So this is like our confirmed first image of Saint Trina. I just love everything about this image, how soft and delicate it is, because you don't get a lot of soft and delicate things in this game, but this is that's just beautiful. So this shot right here, I'm getting the same vibe as a tracker touching the footsteps or the markings of whatever it is they're trying to track down and trace. And then it cuts to another scene of this symbol. So I think we can say for certain that this is Miquella's call sign, and it's meant to be where we are going to level up and pass the time.
We choose to follow.
So we have a lot of familiar faces here. These are going to be the only good guys we meet in the game. I'm calling it now. This is the full cast of friendlies. And yeah, I recognize the Saint Trina follower. I'm guessing Priestess Saint Trina. We have a Roman armor guy with the Princess Leia snail buns, and this friendly big boy right here. And the dialogue is that they choose to follow, and will you walk with us? They are not going to be deterred. So this whole trailer has a very, very friendly, positive vibe regarding Miquella. The first trailer, the narrator somewhat made it seem that Miquella was a feared being. But this trailer just seems to just have a more positive disciple vibe to it. So I really hope that Miquella's a good guy in this DLC, because none of the demigods are really, well, I guess apart from Ronnie, but most of them are just vile. So it would be nice to have a truly decent demigod, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree story trailer analysis. Let me know in the comments if there was anything that you thought stood out, or if you have any thoughts about anything to add. All right, I'll see you next time, everyone.